Okay, hey YouTube, it's me Sean. I'm going to do a video about nursing school and mommyhood. Um, so far, I haven't done a video in like since before school started because I've been really busy and trying to, give me 1 second. Okay. Alright, I've been really busy trying to get organized for this semester. My schedule has been off. This is the first week that is actually similar to what I planned before school started. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. So far this semester, let's see, as far as school go, I had a lot of stuff that I had to do because I was out last semester, so I didn't get trained on the new computer system that the hospitals are using around here. So I had to do that. I had to get trained on that. I had to get a new ID badge with the little magnetic thing so I can chart. So that took for a while. Then the first week we had like on-campus clinicals, so we learned like a lot of different stuff, like skills wise, what we have to do for skills. And yeah, the first week was just crazy. The second week was crazy too, only because the day I had evening clinicals, I had to go early that morning for this computer training. So it's crazy. It's so crazy. So now I'm back to somewhat normal, and so now I'm just like studying, trying to get stuff out the way. So as far as studying goes, as I'm speaking of it, with the baby, it is not as easy as you would think it would be. I mean, MJ is 11 weeks old as of Wednesday. Well, will be 11 weeks old Wednesday. And a lot of things don't go as planned. Like okay, like I had set it out like, okay, I'm going to study from this time to that time on this day and that day. And something happens. Something always happens to where I can't do what I want to do, or I end up studying holding him, or I get to study for maybe like an hour or two consistent, like, you know, at a time. MJ he goes to other people and everything, but he's attached to me a lot more. So a lot of times he'll act out with everybody else, and then when I get him, he'll calm down. Which, I mean, it makes me feel great, but I can't get nothing done. So that's an issue that I'm trying to work on and get him used to being, letting other people be around him. It's like when I'm away, when he's with my parents, he does really good. So yeah, things don't go as planned. So I try to study where I can, when I can. A lot of things. Another thing that's kind of like hindering me a little bit on studying is when I do have the time, like now, I tend to find other things to do. Like I try picking up around the house. I do, and I do study, like, but I try to multitask because, like, right now MJ's sleeping, he's taking a nap, so I don't know how much longer he's going to sleep, but it could possibly be till the next time he eats, or a little bit less than that, which is around, it's like 11 now, so I give him like another hour or two to sleep. And so yeah, so that's that. As far as any studying tips, right now I don't have any, because besides the ones I've already told you guys, because I'm still trying to figure out how the heck am I going to study for cardiac and memorize everything. Peds is not so bad. I mean, you do have to know stuff, but the way our class is structured, it's not set to be super stressful because cardiac is a bigger stressor. So what I started doing for cardiac, well, yeah, because our first quiz is Thursday. I started studying last night, and I've been studying, but I'm making these cards here, like disorder cards or disease cards, that says the disease at the top, assessment, signs and symptoms, physical assessment, psychosocial, and then in the book I'll do diagnostic assessment and nursing diagnosis, possible nursing diagnosis, and possible interventions too. So that's what I'm doing with this. These flip cards, it's flip card notebook I am using them mostly for clinical, but I want to start using it for class, you know, just like some quick things I can get to. But then again, I also bought these rings for my flashcards, which also, like, we were in class talking about medications, trying to review for our quiz, and I had made my medication cards like way in advance, and so I didn't think I remembered some of them, but I was able to answer like how it worked for a lot of the drug classifications that we have for hypertension. And so I was like, oh wow, so it really did stick. Only thing I haven't had a chance to do is voice record, which I am going to do that today, hopefully, because Mike goes to work tonight, and he goes to work tonight, and then I have clinicals tomorrow. So yeah, and then I also have my check-off scheduled. So anyhow, but yeah, so that's how I'm studying for that. I'm going to start doing the ATI practice test and doing the NCLEX questions, because our teacher, what was that? If you guys give me 1 second, let me go check on MJ. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I heard something. So, but yeah, she said most of our quizzes, our tests are going to be application. So it's not just knowledge and memorization. So we need to learn how to apply it. So therefore, that's why I'm making these cards for diseases, because, you know, you got to know your interventions, what to do first and things like that. So, what's, you know, important for that disease. So that's my goal for these cards. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I really don't have any study tips, but if once I get closer to the test and take that first test, I'll probably have some more. But yeah, other than that, I'm just trying to figure out how to do everything right now, because one thing you can't do is you can't study the same way in each class, because each instructor is different, and how they deliver the information, what they want you to know, whether they're going to use the book or not use the book, or focus on this and not focus on that. So it's a lot. It's different for every class. I've never studied the same for any class. So I've always either invented ways or used old ways or came up with new ways. So, you know. So yeah, so that's that. So far it's just been really busy. I haven't even posted pictures of MJ on Facebook. But as far as, it's just like a little mini update about MJ. I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, I'm on 9 minutes. I don't want to make this video too long, but a little update on MJ. He is doing good. He is 11 weeks old on Wednesday. He is talking, cooing. He loves to stand, and if you grab his arms, he'll pull himself to stand. What else is he doing? He's verbal now. He's a lot more verbal. Like when his pacifier falls out his mouth, he'll be like, eh, and then he'll wait, you know, because that's your cue to put his pacifier back in his mouth. And then or he'll be like a gee. If it's not a gee, it's just a gee, then he wants his bottle. And let's see, what else is he doing? He's smiling. Like, you can play with him now. He'll smile back at you. He'll talk back to you. He's standing. He even tries to do like a little wiggle thing sometimes by himself. Like, it's not even just him wobbling, it's just like him wiggling his body. And he can move himself to the edge of the bed, or, you know, up in bed, down in bed, to the side. It takes a little work. And but yeah, I can tell he's getting weight. He's longer. But yeah, so I guess the next thing that we're going to try to do is get him a stationary entertainment thing where you sit him in there where he can't walk around, but you can just sit him in there. And we're going to get that, and I think not this Friday but next Friday, so that way he can stand up on it by himself and not so dependent on mommy and daddy, and so that way we can do other things while he's awake, as well as interact with him, but that way we're not, you know, bogged down to him. And his carrier, that carrier I had in the very first video I did with the carrier, the black carrier, his legs don't stretch enough for him to, it's not long enough to stretch, or he don't have that flexibility yet to stretch his legs that wide to put him in there. And it's not working. He wants to stand more, so I don't put him in there unless he's like sleepy, and he's sleepy or drowsy but awake. That's when I put him in there. What else? And he's still drinking about 4 to 5 ounces. He drinks 5 ounces. He spits up a lot. 4 ounces. He can handle it. He'll still spit up, but if you burp him every ounce, he'll do better. Every ounce to every ounce and a half. What else? I don't know if I told you guys this, but he was 11 pounds 4 ounces when we went to the doctor when he was 8 weeks. And he was 21 3/4 inches long. And let's see. I think that was it. I think that's it. That's MJ. Mommyhood is going pretty good. It's just trying to find a balance between studying and him, and make sure I get my time in with my books, and make sure I get my time in with him. He's sleeping through the night, so that's good. Well, 6 hours, 7 hours at a time, so that's good. And yeah, other than that, it's going pretty good. But I will say this, and I'll keep saying this forever: babies put a lot of stress on relationships, whether it's if you're a single mom, whether it's with other people, if you are in a relationship, whether it's with your mate, you know. And they cause stress. It's not the baby themselves, but it's the actual what comes along with doing it. You know, you don't want to seem like you're the only one putting out, or not putting out, but like doing everything. So therefore, you know, if one person slacks and you're just kind of like, you know, sometimes you go at it at the smallest things, and it's just because, you know, sometimes the main caregiver is like the stressor, you know, stressed out. So, yeah, so they do put a lot of stress on relationships, and you should really have a support system. Like, I'm not kidding. Sometimes you do need that break. Sometimes, you know, just being able to have the break from, you know, the baby, it gives you time to recuperate, get your mind together, and get re-energized to you know, care for the baby for the next, you know, for a while. Because without a break, I mean, it's just too easy to get stressed out and burned out, and it puts the baby at risk too for being the person you take it out on, and that's not right for the baby. I've never took my frustration out on MJ. But I do have a good support system. My parents, they watch him for me, and for me and my husband. And like on the week, sometimes they'll come get him after church for a couple hours, or sometimes they'll come get him on a Saturday besides what they have him during the week, which helps out because I can study. Me and Mike can spend time together, and, you know, get ready for when MJ comes back. And I think it's important to have that time to spend together because, you know, maybe we have that's our time to like talk about, okay, well, do you have any issues or problems with, you know, this past week, or what's coming up, something that I'm doing that I want to do, that I need to do different. You know, it's just a time for us to catch up and be able to talk without, you know, not trying to, you know, talk about it around MJ. So, especially if you're in school, like when you're in school, like, it's not easy studying with a baby. You think babies in the beginning, they sleep so much, but when they get older, they want to stay awake during the day more so than, you know, than anything. But if you have, and that's fine, but when they start sleeping through the night, you might think, oh, I'll just study at night. But if you have morning classes, or, you know, you need to get your sleep too, you don't want to burn yourself out. So it's really important to be able to have somebody that you trust to be able to, you know, help you out. And daycare for us right now is not an option unless my parents for some reason decide they can't. But so far they have not said that, and they said that they don't want him in a daycare either. So they are willing to do whatever it takes for me to graduate, and you know, for Mike to keep working, so that way we can be straight. And this, you know, for him to go to school too, because he starts back school soon. So they're like, well, they'll do whatever it takes. So therefore, MJ's with them. So yeah, so have a support system. If your baby wakes up early, or if you wake up early, take advantage. That's what I learned too. Take advantage of that early time. Like Saturday, we woke up and it was like 7 o'clock. MJ ate, went back to sleep, and I was like, I could wake up right now and do something. But I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Woke up at 11, and the day went by fast, and you know, nothing went as planned, of course, and not meaning that it went bad. It just went a whole different direction than what I would have liked it to go. And with babies, that happens a lot. Like, you might plan to do something at a certain time, but then when that time comes, it's like, you know, your baby's up and alert and ready to play with you, or, you know, something else is going on. So take advantage of any time you have, and I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, so this video is long enough, but I haven't seen or did a video in a long time. So yeah, so hopefully I said something that can help anybody out there. But yeah, and thanks for all my new subscribers, and thanks for keeping up with my journey, me and MJ's journey. And hopefully when school is out and I pass, I'll do a lot more videos. So yeah, so happy Valentine's Day also to everybody, and I'll talk to you guys later.